Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It is Four Ends, the foodie with content.
And we're back.
Please go and enjoy my content.
Go and enjoy
plenty.
if you love food. But we're back with another documentary. I'm not drinking today. I'm just drinking water. I feel extremely dehydrated, more so than usual.
Is that Kirkland?
No, it's not Kirkland. It's Kirkland equivalent. It's called Carrick Glen.
That is
Lidl.
dupe. I don't like that shit.
That's Lidl.
Okay.
Oh, but when Shein does it, you don't mind. But when it's Kirkland, oh, now you got morals.
This is
OG.
Kirkland, hun.
Well, to be honest, at least like they didn't rip off the label. Like they're their own identity. Normally, like literally, would just have a different name. So Carrick Glen. Put some respect on their name.
Okay, sorry.
And if you to praise me for drinking water.
Okay, sorry, yeah. And also the thing about Shein, yeah, like, look, Dior is charging people like
Christian Dior, yeah, and they're underpaying their workers,
and they're all from the same sweatshop, so nothing is anything. Like, just
exactly, and Carrick is probably from the same stream as Kirk and his land. So
that is something. Kirkland is something that yeah, it's different.
Anyway,
you could cover my eyes and my nose and make me taste test 1 million bottles of water. I will know Kirkland, and like, it's the best water. I prefer it to Evian, to Voss, to all of these expensive. No, Kirkland
not the
water.
Water connoisseur. I want you to do a TikTok video on water, because the passion with which you've spoken, I have never seen before. Someone
should blindfold me and put different bottles of water and get me to taste it.
Bring the water and I'll do it for you when I see you next.
That will actually be my TikTok. I'll do that.
Bring it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll sort it. We'll do that.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
It's going to be a deadly day if I get it wrong, but hey.
Deadly day. So today we are covering an ITV documentary. ITV, like, I just want to say that I understand what you're trying to do, you know, ITVX, premium, ooh la la, yeah. But I just need for you to make it easy for me to access your content and find things.
The thing I don't really like, I really hate about ITV, and I think Channel 4 or some of the other streaming, like Netflix and stuff, do this as well, is that they make it so that if you leave the page during an ad,
God forbid,
the ad pauses.
Will pause. Yeah, that's why you have to have different tabs.
Are you a demon? Are you a witch?
That's why you have to have different tabs.
How?
It's like, you know what? I get that they do that because, like, it's ads in it. They need to make money.
Yeah, but no.
But it's like, okay, then I'll just have to pay for it then, I guess, because
do you know what? It's now, for me, it's now a thing where, okay, because you're forcing me, I'm not gonna. Yeah,
do you know what I do?
Whatever you're advertising, I'm not buying. Because it's under duress.
No, as in, like, I speed through the ads. You know, I have that plugin.
Does that allow you?
Huh?
Does that work for those kind of streaming sites?
Yeah, so because what we're doing next is on Channel 4. So I just I think I actually did it for this documentary too. I just like speed it up so that the ad will be going at like 3 times, so it'll be over quicker. And then it'll go back to 1 for the actual thing, because it's actually under duress. Like, I get that you need to make your money, but babe, I'm just trying to watch the show, and they make it so difficult. Like, the user interface is so hard. Like, even if you want to slide between, okay, because we do this with notes, right? So I want to go back and just see what this person's name was, or what it's so difficult. It's like, can you just make this easy for me? Like, why are you making it hard? I'm trying to support the UK people, them, like, not everyday Netflix, yeah, but like, help me help you. Do you know what I mean?
And that is why their streaming site will never succeed,
bruh. But yeah, this was on that. It's called The Great Erection Deception, the Stiff Night Story. I think it's just more salacious in terms of title than the content, interesting in terms of, you know, like, it was cool enough, like, you know, it was a story that I didn't know before that I know now. My favorite, the best part of the documentary was the narrator. Thank you, because my next line is, the documentary is narrated by Zoe Wanamaker, who has the iconicest of iconicest voices. Do you remember her from My Family? Oh, that woman, yeah, with the short hair. Yeah. I was like, this voice is so familiar. I had to go and find out who it was. Do you know who I thought it was? I thought it was Queen Charlotte. Oh, well, yeah, I get why you would think that. Yeah, I thought it was Queen Charlotte. I get why you think that. Same vibe, yeah. Same vibe. But yeah, this documentary is based in Salt Lake City in Utah, right? Also, speaking of which, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, yeah, is so good. Like the last season, the finale, when it was like receipts, timeline, screenshots, yeah. And it was like to me, you have to watch this thing. I was just like watching it at work.
Okay, so I will be going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta when it comes back. But let's start there. And then
I just hope it's good because, like, I don't know, it's really fallen off. Like, I watch it now out of habit and almost obligation. Like, if I had stopped, I don't know that I would have come back. Do you get what I mean?
So but because it's a brand new cast.
Oh yeah, it's like what they do.
It's
with
almost
New
like
York.
starting afresh. So
Yeah.
I feel like I can jump on. Yeah. I must have a worm in my stomach because every time I eat, I'm hungry again. What is going on?
Every time. Oh, is it?
This is a new world for me.
This is a new world for you.
But do you know what it is? I didn't have food till like 1:30 today, and I had bloods drawn. So I don't know if that's ramped up the hunger.
What, having a blood test?
They took like 4 vials of blood from me.
You know when they take your blood, yeah, it's actually kind of scary because I'm like, can you leave some for me? Like, why
literally, it's like
they keep like refilling the little thingies.
Literally, it's just filling up back to back. And
I think to myself, are you selling this on the black market, or do you really need this much? Because this is kind of it's a bit insane.
This is my essence.
How will I walk out of here if you have taken everything, the thing that delivers oxygen to my cells?
Thank you.
How will I survive?
Thank you. And I've been having dizziness since, so maybe that's what it is. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So the first few minutes of this documentary is about erections and how for millennia
my favorite thing. You know when they say name your kid after something you love?
You said erections.
Or cock.
Hard and strong.
Straight up cock like, yeah.
No
I sound
tail.
like a massive...
Hold the tail.
Literally hold the fucking tail. I don't need that shit. I sound like a massive show, but nah. God knew what he was doing.
People have been wanting to get hard and stay hard, okay? And surprisingly, this story starts in Sandwich, which is in Kent, which is famous for sandwiches, the Magna Carta, and also where Viagra was invented by Pfizer in 1992.
It's like
by accident.
It's like there are three things that are like the three positive things that have come out of non-London UK.
They're gonna hate us.
I don't give a fuck.
Hate us, main character, bitch.
I don't give a fuck. You lots all voted Brexit, so fuck off,
bruh. But yeah, you know what? There's something about a drug that gets invented by accident, or when they find out like the drug has other properties. There's this like eye condition, and you have to have like eye injections for it, yeah. And that medication, it was discovered by accident that it could help with this particular thing. And I'm just like, I love when stuff like that happens, because it's like, wow, you're trying to do this thing. Okay, maybe you didn't succeed in your goal, but
you did succeed.
You solved another one, yeah. So the drug was actually meant to lower high blood pressure, but it was giving men erections, and like hard ones, yeah. So then it started getting used for that.
I would really love I mean, I can find out, I guess, but I'd really love to know if the erection is different from a natural erection.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, are you chopping cocaine with that shit?
Well, I mean, they do go into how it works.
You can imagine having an erection a bit like filling a bath with water. So imagine that the sexual stimulation is like turning a tap on. But unless the plug is in the bath won't fill with water. Giving sildenafil is a bit like putting the plug in the bath.
So I'm kind of like, I think that the erections are like harder. I don't know if it's like chop cocaine hard, yeah. But, and also like last longer and like are short. Because in the documentary, we meet people who are taking it like most people are taking it for bants. It's not like they have erectile dysfunction, which of course is what it was used for. So I don't know. So it's like Viagra is called sildenafil, which is so funny because when I see it, I remember when I first watched this documentary, and like when I would see it on patients' records, it doesn't say Viagra on your GP report. It says sildenafil. So I'm always just like, aha, I know what you are.
Oh, you fucking.
So the guy, there's this bit where like the guy who was involved in making it, he like denies using it, and I'm like, like, you used it. Come on, let's be for real.
Like, and it's not even
and it's fine.
It's not even just guys that have ED. I remember when we were in college, bear guys used to be like, yeah, take it, because when you take it, it's different.
Yeah, in college.
Yeah,
who?
You have to beep it out.
Of course. I thought that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Where is that guy?
I don't know.
I would love to know. Probably
I don't
in prison.
know.
I remember one time he dropped us off at home, And he was like, yeah, like there's bare things in the back of this car. And I was like, and I was inside.
Girl. Girl. So we're in Salt Lake City, Utah. We meet Kelly Harvey, who is a Mormon. Not to be stereotypical, but like obviously, yeah. And he's really serious about his faith. He has 3 daughters and I guess a son as well, who we randomly see, but like not at the same time as the daughters. One day, yeah, Kelly gets this email from someone called Herb Avor. Kelly is so tickled. He's so tickled by this name.
As you would
and
be.
I'm like, yeah,
but I
like,
would immediately put it in the bin.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You'd be like, oh, haha, and
Spam,
then you'd move on. You
But I
wouldn't.
guess this was in the early days of spam, because they were saying that he was one of the first spammers.
Yeah, top 10 spammers in the world. I was like, sorry, is there like a competition?
Top 10
It's like when we
shaggers.
did when we did Welcome to Leith, and it was like the most prominent white supremacist.
Do they have like a county fair, like,
I was
or
a top 10 spammer?
an awards ceremony?
Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, in the 10, what were you, 1 or were you 10? Like, which one were you? So I know how to rate you. Anyway, so they team up to find natural ways to help male sexual health, basically male Viagra. And his Chinese suppliers, they find this like natural ingredient, and he tries it and he's like, rah, like this works. And then other people try it and they're like, rah, like this worked for me too. It's called golden speargrass, and it's this plant indigenous to China. It's all natural, so because of that, it doesn't need a prescription to buy, and you don't need a license to sell it, which is like win-win-win, right? Do you remember The Office when it was like win-win-win?
Michael's trying to solve all the problems,
bro. But yeah, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, but I find that shocking, because you could say that about anything. Everything comes from nature. Cocaine comes from nature.
Yeah.
So I don't
we
get
really
that.
we really defer to cocaine a lot on this podcast, and I just want people to know that like it's not because we have an addiction. Or have you even tried the thing?
I defer to it because I think it's it's not the
You think it's
craziest
worse
of
than
drugs,
crack?
but it's the one that's like, whoa, like, you know when you're a kid, it's like cocaine, oh my god.
Cocaine.
So I still have that in my mind. Like, if you said to me meth or
that one I think is crazy.
I would literally scream.
That one I think is
meth.
crazy.
That would be my reaction, quite literally.
Methamphetamines.
Literally. Methamphetamines. No, but I feel like that's how it has to be said, because it's fucking insane. What do you mean you're taking meth? Like, what are you?
Methamphetamines.
Like, what are you? It's when it has multiple, it's meth and there's. I know it's not and, but either way.
But it is. It's and.
Yeah.
No.
What? This guy was cooking up in his kitchen. What's his name again?
This is what I'm saying. Jesse Pinkman. I said, sir. As for me and my house, we are scared, and we will
remain that way.
We shan't. Yeah, we shan't. So marketing wise, Kelly does really well. I really rate the marketing of this pill. It's packed, and I don't know if they were like the first to do it. They make it seem that way, but maybe not. It's packaged as one pill, and they call it Stiff Nights, which is so funny to me. Yeah, they market it as having, basically, it's like, it's a way to like enhance your sexual experiences. It's not like a medical problem. Like Viagra is kind of like embarrassing to take, because Viagra is like, oh, you have erectile dysfunction, you can't get it up, you take Viagra. Stiff Nights is like, oh yeah, like you want to have a good night, you want to last longer. Yeah, you want a supersonic fuck. That's Stiff Nights. So of course that lends to like a younger crowd who wouldn't be taking Viagra. Well, I guess unless you went to our college. And then also like an older crowd who would need it for erectile dysfunction. So they get a warehouse, and his daughters work in the warehouse, which I guess family business, do your thing. Yeah.
Sorry, but it must be so sad when you get to the stage where your partner gets erectile dysfunction.
Oh, it's sad for you or sad for the partner?
Oh, I'm always thinking about me.
If it's sad for
I know who that man is.
I thought you were going to say it's supposed to be really sad when you get to the stage that you have.
I don't know who that man is. Can you imagine? Like, I really want it, and I get it. It's not about me, but it is. No,
it is. It is. I feel like it could. That's why I'm not saying that's why, I don't know, but like that could genuinely impact a relationship, because it's like boy. Especially if you've been having the sex, then suddenly one day, then something happens, and erectile did.
Literally.
Erectile dysfunction, like, it's not even just, oh, you're an old person. It could be caused by stress, or like your testosterone's low, or like loads of different things that could affect you at a younger age.
This is why you need to marry a man like mine. He doesn't get stressed about anything. The house could be crumbling.
Like, stress small.
I know.
Stress
but
a little bit.
When I think about it in context of I'm always going to have a stiff night, that's great for me. Look at God.
Arabian Nights. So we meet this guy called Obi, yeah, whose lower third is sex pill aficionado. Okay, which is fine, yeah, but like, you're young, so like, why are you aficionadoing?
I feel like it's just a way of living. It's like that guy which we'll talk about at the end. Like, it's all hand in hand, isn't it? Like, you're living that kind of salacious dark life. Yeah,
because I like enthusiast, maybe, or you're interested in.
He's an aficionado.
Do you know what it means to aficionado?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, and he's doing it.
And he's very excited about stiff nights. And he's talking about one time where he takes the pill, but the girl he's on a date with is like, nah, like, no sex tonight.
So I've taken it thinking I was going to have sex with this girl. She was like, no, not on the first night. And I was there like, I feel like I have Thor's hammer in my pants right now.
And he's like, I felt like I had Thor's hammer in my pants. Ooh. Which is why I think that it really just makes it
like solid,
yeah, strong. So,
but you know what, men like that are worried about the wrong things, and what you're telling me from that is that you're not good in bed, because like,
well, do you think maybe they just want to enjoy the
because like, as if, well, it's one thing if you have ED, fine, whatever, but if you're taking it just because you want a hard, long-lasting whatever, you don't understand a woman's body. First of all,
and you're not actually, it's not for the women, it's for yourself. But it's always been for themselves,
and it's also about your ego. 70% of the enjoyment women get from sex is foreplay, right? It's
actively not
and
penetration.
Then after a while of extended penetration, it's not
like,
even
hey,
pleasurable.
babe,
It's like, hey, are you coming or are you going, or come and be going?
Yeah, you literally come and be going, because quite literally this is long.
So for you to come out, you take this pill that's going to make you last hours on end, and you're coming with rock hard. Yeah, at first it's like, oh baby, that's great, but after a while it's like, nah, like,
but actually no.
And if that's your main focus, use this time to like think about how to pleasure women in other ways,
in the ways that actually matter.
Yeah,
maybe even if you put some thought towards your foreplay, then actually you don't need Thor's hammer for nothing.
Thor's hammer, you're not, what are you using it for? Like,
yeah, but that's the thing, they're thinking about themselves.
Oh yep, and their ego. They want the girl to go about saying, oh, like, he has da-da-da.
Exactly. And I remember seeing a tweet being like, don't let men like masturbate with your body, because it's not really sex that you're having, you just happen to be there and this guy's just doing his thing,
mate. The truth.
So that part. Kelly starts making really good money, yeah, and his daughter tells us how he brings home a suitcase full of cash. They go on really good holidays, they get amazing presents, and life is really, 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 really good until it's not. Okay, hence this documentary. So at some point, Kelly has a meeting with his manufacturers, and they admit to him that golden speargrass cannot do what this pill says it does, so they've been spiking it.
I would do that skeptic thing to put my hand in my ear. Don't tell me.
Yeah, like,
because now I know.
Tell me this. Literally, I can't even plead ignorance. No plausible deniability.
It's kind of like when you hear that. It's kind of like somebody did a TikTok today saying that, oh, at some point a pregnant woman would have realized that margarita she had was her last margarita. And for me, I kind of don't want to know I'm pregnant till 2 months in. If I find out in month 1,
even good.
If I find out in month 1, that means from month 1 to month.
Let that first trimester pass, please. I beg, give me something.
Because if I don't know, then it doesn't count.
You don't know.
Doesn't count.
But to be honest, people have cryptic pregnancies and they're living their life the whole time, and the baby's fine.
Yeah, but
as far as we know,
I'm not trying to end up like Krishan, so it's too sad.
We meet this clinical herbalist. Okay, he's called Seven Song. Okay, this reminded me of Six Lack.
Black. You are just like my sister. She calls it Six Lack as well.
Is that not his name?
No, it's Black.
I know, but like, because the guy whose name is Seven Song is the number 7 and then song. One word.
Two people can be foolish.
Slong. Oh my god, maybe Slong.
Oh yeah, Schlong.
Very apt. So he looks at the alleged ingredients of the stiff nights pill. It's also very important to note that, like, on the list of ingredients is not the spiked ingredients. Okay. And so basically he says that these things are in this thing in the quantities that they're in them would not, cannot, will not induce an erection. So it's all really just a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
The thing that you're spiking it with is actually the active ingredient, and that is not listed on the ingredients.
Yeah.
So up until now, Kelly, as Florence was saying, like, he's not actually complicit because he thinks it is what it is, but he becomes complicit the moment that they tell him.
If I'm ever doing business with you and you're doing some shady shit, don't fucking tell me, man.
Don't tell me. I don't know that. Don't tell me unless it was like, oh, this is what we're doing instead. But even then, don't tell me what you did do. Just tell me where we're at now.
Yeah, just tell me where we're at now. Yeah.
So he calls
I don't wanna know if you play me, keep it on the low. Who sang that again?
'Cause my heart can't. I don't know. But was it Lamar?
No,
let's check.
Was it Jay Sean?
Oh my god, how is that one?
Apparently he's really rich now.
Is it? Doing what?
I don't know.
Oh, Mario Winans, of course.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That Mario Winans era was a good era, fam.
Take me back.
No, take me back, for real. But the good thing about music is that we can listen to it forever. So
yeah,
we can make it our own era. So he tells Kelly tells Herb this new development, and they decide to continue regardless. This is why what happens.
Why did they not show Herb's face in anything? I don't know if there was a.
Well, they showed like baby pictures of him or like kid pictures.
Nah, but they should show him what he looks like now, so I know if I sign a business deal with him.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure he's very proud of Herb of One. He still goes by that name, so you won't miss him. We meet an FDA investigator called Ricky Chase, and they let Kelly know. They're like, hey, babe, we're going to do an audit, by the way, okay? They do one. They clock that things look a bit dodgy. They reassure him, oh, don't worry, everything's okay. And then 4 months later, they raid his warehouse. They have a SWAT team. And I can't lie, like, it seems kind of excessive.
It is excessive. But of everyone they had there, the most scary is the IRS.
Oh, boy.
IRS scare me, and I'm not even American.
And I'm not even American.
I hear IRS to me is methamphetamine of
the organizations.
IRS,
yeah,
literally.
It's like, pay your, at least HMRC, they might give you a little something.
But do you know
why
I find them particularly scary? In America, you pay your own taxes. Why are you giving me that responsibility?
That's insane.
Because if
Just
I'm
tell
in a
me what I owe you.
Yeah, if I'm in a tight spot, I'm not paying that. Are you crazy?
Yeah. I can understand why the temptation. Do you know what? The temptation might be, okay, yeah, I'm not going to pay, all fine. But also, like, what about the people who they genuinely made a mistake? Like, I actually thought I was paying what I was supposed to pay.
Yep.
And you didn't come and say, hey, yeah, girl, sorry, this is wrong. Sorry, this is this. You just let me do it. And then you come back 5 years later and say, you owe me £300 million.
And your education system is shit. Some people don't go to, like, proper school, and then
tax school.
You're expecting them to know, like, no, don't even.
I don't get it. Just take it from me. At least here it's like, listen, okay, cool. It pains me every time I see them. Love me.
Quite literally.
That's what you're singing.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but it's like, just take it. Like, just take it. At least here it pains me to see you've deducted this and deducted
but
this.
But I know I'm safe. Nobody's gonna knock on my door.
But at least you took what you took, and
IRS?
even in some instances you took too much and you give it back to me on a random Wednesday in May. So, like, I think it's malicious. I think they're trying to catch people out.
Of course, there's some guy that was like, yeah, like his friend was telling him that he has never paid taxes, and they're like, oh my god, they're gonna catch you. He's like, listen, I ain't never needed the government, and they ain't never caught me. And the thing is that some people say, if you never pay your taxes, you don't exist to them. The problem starts when you start paying and then you stop. So if you just never ever do it, then you're not on their records.
But don't they have your social security number and know that you're getting paid?
I mean, how many people are they going to check? It's just like TV license.
I don't know. I feel like
all
these
all these government
TV license that'll come. Are you home on Tuesday the 28th?
No, I am not.
It's like, I'm not. And they tried that shit, yeah. And I remember I was living in a flat, like, when I was a student. I was like, bro, like, what? No, I don't have a TV. So sorry about it. Are you crazy? You're gonna come to my house? TV license is just for BBC, by the way, because everyone else has ads. My
parents were saying that. My mum was saying that when they first moved to when she moved to join my dad in this country, obviously they were broke. And my dad warned her, like, look, don't ever fucking open the door, like, to these people.
Why would you do that?
And then she they would knock on the door and she was like, who is it? They were like, oh, TV license, we're looking for Mr. XYZ. And she'll be like, he's out. And then one day, like, she was cooking or something, she just opened the door and they came in and they were like, yeah, we're looking for this guy. And she was like, he's out. And they're like, we can see a TV here. She was like, yeah, but we don't turn it on. And obviously at that point there's nothing you can do. And she was like, I'm not the owner of the property. And then they left.
What are you actually going to for TV license? Be for fucking real. Like, be so for real. It's just like, babe, can you actually, like, how is that your job?
Yeah, it's just like ticket inspectors.
No,
it's like,
the uncles.
Today I had banter with one though, I must say.
You have to. There's one that patrols where I park for my gym. Yeah, every time I see him, it's banter. Oh, uncle, how are you?
He will still give you a ticket.
Remember my car. Remember it.
I do think they have a quota they need to reach. It's the only explanation.
Absolutely.
Because today I was getting coffee and then I could see one from where I was, and then I was like, shit. And I had actually finished, like, my order had come out. I was just adding some sweetener and stuff, so I quickly ran out, and then he was like, I almost gave you a ticket. And I was like, oh God, you see, I was like, God loves me. I entered the car. I said, see, look, I'm gonna give you one now. And then I was like, what? Like, did he give me one? Got out. He was no ticket. He started laughing. I was like, you know what? Whoever brings you joy, as long as you don't write me that ticket.
As long as you don't write me the ticket, I have your banner. I don't give a heck.
Literally.
I hate that shit. I remember with my parents, when we were younger, we have to, like, literally sit in the car, but look out for ticket inspector. I was like, and then when they come, do what?
Oh, okay. My mum,
as a 9-year-old,
my mum always used to do that. And let me tell you, guess which sister it was? She was going somewhere with this sister, and she said, if a ticket inspector comes,
I know already who it's going to be. Good.
Let them know, okay? Or let me know, or just say, I'm coming back,
yeah,
I'm coming back.
She's coming, yeah.
She said, this ticket inspector came. She was looking at the ticket inspector was looking at her, wrote the ticket, put it there. My mom came back and was like, how did this happen? She said,
do you really able to be like, no, my mum's coming?
You've got to love my sister.
Oh, they're so distinctive. They have such distinctive
personalities.
That is so great. Like, they are, as in, do you know what it reminds me of? Like, you know when people write a good show and they write a good character for a show, and it's like The Office, right? When everyone was doing what people in the office would have done during COVID, it's because those characters are so fleshed out and so dynamic that, like, we see them as people, and we know exactly what they would do.
We know their personalities.
We know their personalities. We can predict what they would do in any given situation. Like, oh, this sounds like something Stanley would do. Oh, this is definitely something Michael would do. That's how your sisters are. It's like, this is definitely something Chazan would do or not do. And this is very familiar. Like, it's so distinctive and, like,
so
opposite.
Complete opposite. The three of us are, like, I guess me and Chimney are the most alike.
You're probably in the middle, but
I'm in the middle of two of them. But
I
lean more towards Chazabad. She's just different, man. She's different.
Pull up to the scene with a Silverson. So we said that they had the SWAT team and it's very excessive, but when Kelly is, like, telling us the story, it's like he's shocked that this is happening. But it's like, you knew that this stuff was spiked, and you know the America in which you live, and he does say that, like, he feels violated, which makes sense because obviously they did do the most, but, like, you also were criming, so why are you surprised that they were looking into you?
You do the crime, you pay the time. Is that how it
pay the time?
Is that what it is?
You do the crime, you do the pay. So the FDA,
crime equals time, basically.
Crime time. The FDA takes they take samples and they of the drug of stiff nights, and they confirm that the substance is spiked with what? Sildenafil, which, as we have learned, is the active ingredient in Viagra.
Do you remember that song from what's that show called again? Arrested Development, where it was like,
which one?
Ma. We spoke about this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
That's what I was thinking of this whole show. I literally was like, where is this song? I want to fucking download it. Like,
so you have to just record it off the episode.
Yeah.
So this, do you know what? Yeah, they did the most, but actually this is kind of crazy because people are taking a drug without knowing that they're taking a drug, and they don't know.
I just assume, look, if I'm not buying it from the shops or the whatever, then I'm whatever it is. Like, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be regulated and the FDA was wrong, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, because what did you expect? What?
Do you know what it is? It's a thing where it's like, some drugs, there's like contraindications, right? So you may not be allowed to take this drug if you're taking that drug. And because you don't know that this drug is in there, you cannot foresee any, like, issues between them. You don't know if you're allergic to this particular drug. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Especially, it's like, oh, right.
But
like,
you also don't know if you're allergic to any of the shit they put in.
No, of course. But say you had a reaction to it and you look through the list, that's not listed there.
Yeah.
So you don't know that that's something that you should be looking at.
Yeah.
Then you become 65, you take Viagra again. Now that's you. R.I.P. He was such a lovely guy. But
R.I.P.
to the who sings that song?
Rita Ora. She's an industry plant. You guys keep saying Cardi B is an industry plant. You're dumb. Rita Ora is the
how
biggest.
Is Cardi B an industry plant?
I don't know. You know, it's the
someone that's been grinding.
It's the Nicki
regardless how you feel.
Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Ricky. How do I say it? Okay. Rishi and her crew.
Herb goes into hiding. Okay. So much so that we actually don't see him in this documentary. Okay, we're in Birmingham,
there must be some
Alabama.
Sort of injunction or something about because it doesn't make sense the way they do it. You never see this guy's face.
Yeah, but also then his sister is in it, and I'm like, why are you here?
She added zero value.
It's like if my sister does a crime and they come to me and say, "Hey, we talk about my," he says, "I'm saying no, the fuck, get out."
I mean, it depends on if she's gonna.
She added nothing. Like I actually don't know why she's here.
Yeah, she added nothing.
And they're asking about the relationship with the brother. I'm like, okay, well, clearly they're not cool. And I don't know. So we learn about a previous supplements venture. It's called Thin and Slim, which is like calling something black and negra because this is the same thing. Kelly had this venture with a different friend, and people would lose a lot of weight, and their whole thing was that it was natural. Again, same thing, like deja vu. The whole thing was that it was natural, but actually it was like taking speed because the main ingredient could be used to make meth. For real. Methamphetamine is like for real.
BFFR, yeah, that's crazy.
Are you actually saying? So people say, yeah, it's all natural. You're taking
next
meth.
Thing you're
pre-meth is what you're taking.
Next thing you're on the street corner, like hobbling about, sniffing out of that because you are now addicted to every drug going. Because you want to be skinny, and you are going to be skinny after that. You skinty after that
by force, by force. Like this bit confirmed to me that
this man is
Kelly.
Wicked.
Exactly. He's not as squeaky clean cut and innocent
Norman,
as he makes out
7
that
wives.
He is.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, like because in this situation, like he bypasses, and again, he's so active in this. Like this isn't like, oh, I didn't know, which makes me even question if he didn't really know about the spikes, golden spear grass, or whatever. Because there's rules about having this pre-meth substance, yeah, transported in the US. So he gets past it by getting the stuff sent to Mexico. They make it in Mexico and then he sells them in America, right? So he does a little like loophole situation, okay? And so there's someone that he worked with who stores the illegal ingredient after he imports it, and she calls to be like, oh hey, by the way, I've sold it, I've got money for you. It's basically a setup, and he's arrested. I'm just kind of like, if you're gonna crime, yeah, I need you to really have some sense. You can't just be proficient in one side of the business or the crime. You have to be a well-rounded criminal. I'm sorry, like you have to, because how are you? Oh, I'm gonna bypass this and do this Mexico.
What was the guy's name from Breaking Bad? You have to be him.
What's his name? Yeah, Walter.
But he had a drug name.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Heisenberg or something.
Let's find out. Walt Whitman. Breaking Bad. Walt Whitman. Breaking Bad. What was it? Alter Ego.
Yeah.
That one night you made everything. I can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, Heisenberg.
Yeah, I was right. Heisenberg. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another song that needs to be released.
Yeah,
that
it is.
Core memory of the dinner party. And Jan dancing. Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Snip, snap, snip, snap. Do you know what 2 vasectomies does to a man?
I bought this condo to fill it with kids. Fine, Michael. No, it's actually crazy how I know every word. Like, I need to get a life.
God. So, Kelly's family doesn't know.
No, I'm sorry. Why did they invite people to their house for dinner when their relationship was so dysfunctional?
Knowing, like
people say that. I think I told you this about Scott's Tots, that episode is designed, maybe I was telling my sister, but basically that episode is designed to be so cringe, like you can only watch it once. Like I always skip that episode, it's too much for me.
Yeah. It's so
and somebody was like, someone in the comments was like, oh yeah, no, like the dinner party is that for me, and everybody was like, are you dumb? The dinner party is the best episode.
The dinner party. And do you know what's so funny about that episode, yeah, is that like it's so strange because it's like one of the very few episodes that is not in the office. Yeah. So it's so interesting to see them like sort of out in the wild, yeah. And then also like the fact that like Michael had been trying to get them to his house for so long, fabricated this whole, we need to stay late so that he could manipulate them into coming. The whole gym trying to be like, oh sorry, my house is flooded, I have to go. Them Pam being like, nah babe, if I'm stuck here, you're stuck here. The whole Jan looking at Pam thinking that she's got something with Michael. Angela and fucking Andy being there. Dwight and his nanny being there. Like it's just such a stupid cast of characters.
Oh god, no. I'm gonna go back and watch that tonight. I watched it
recently. It's so ridiculous. Literally. So with Kelly, right, his family, maybe this is a good thing because you didn't implicate me, your wife, yeah, but his family don't know the extent of what is happening until they get a knock on the door. I believe that his wife didn't know. Part of me is like, all right, cool, I didn't know, so nothing's gonna happen to me in 100%. Terms of like with the law. But also it's like, bro, like low key, can you give me a heads up? Like now I'm looking stupid.
And now I'm looking crazy. Stupid. Now I'm broke. Like
my whole life has changed. Like this is just, it's embarrassing. Like it's just embarrassing. So he has 2 cases going on the go, yeah, concurrent cases. He has the selling the supplement with Viagra in it, which is why we're here in this documentary, and then the importing the illegal substance that can be used to make meth, which he used for Thin and Slim. He signs a plea deal and he goes to prison for 3 years, which I think he got off very, very light for that.
Yeah.
So we meet this lady, this talking head called Katie Puckrick, and she makes the point that
I think the accessibility of boner pills follows in the path of the increasing acceptance of something like online dating. So it's something that would be seen as pathetic, and then it just turns into a cultural norm.
And it actually did, so much so that I met the love of my life on a dating app, and I would have never ever thought that would be my story. Yeah, but she says that to say that similarly boner pills became popular. So like even though this whole documentary, Stiff Nights and everything, is done because obviously they got shut down, there are so many others. And again, like we said before, people aren't taking them because they can't get hard. It's more so that they can get harder. Okay. And apparently these can work on women.
Yeah.
There's one called like Pink Bunny.
I've tried. I
remember you talking about one time ago.
I just wanted to know. Like,
did it work?
I didn't feel any different.
You didn't do shit. I don't know how it would work because in the beginning they tell us how it works on men, but obviously we're different.
I guess with women it's meant.
I guess it's increased blood flow.
Yeah, and then I don't feel any different. I mean, this shit stay.
Maybe we try it again, bro.
Trippy.
So Kelly gets released in March 2016, yeah, and like he still hasn't heard from Irv until June 2018. Yeah. This guy goes to you and he comes back. You're entertaining it, okay. He gets a voicemail from Irv saying that he wants to catch up.
And they even distorted his voice, which lets me know that there was some sort of injunction.
Because why?
Yeah.
Because why? It's been 8 to 9, so 10 years since these lot have spoken. Yeah, and I can't lie, I'm a different person by then. I don't even know who you are anymore.
I don't know
Leave
who
me
that man
alone.
Is. You could be walking down the street.
Literally. And then the filmmaker tells Kelly to try and call him back, but it goes to voicemail. Do you know what this reminded me of? Do you remember I think it was a very British cult, that episode where we tried to call Kingsley to see if he'd read that book and he didn't answer. That's what this was giving.
The one time he doesn't answer, he usually actually always picks up my call, so that was a very sad state of affairs.
How is he?
Oh, he's good.
Love that. Okay. So there's this case, they kind of just chucked this in there, of someone who died after taking Stiff Nights. They say that it caused a heart attack. Kelly says it happened after their pill was taken off the market, so it must have been a copycat. But also, like, he could have bought the pill and taken it at a later date.
Yeah, and also I just feel like if what you have is so good and all of that, why didn't you just regulate it? You could have still been making money. You could have just been Viagra's competitor. Exactly.
I don't get it. But But then it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like when he tries to come across as such a like, oh, I'm a good guy who made a bad decision. It's like, no, you actually made
conscious decisions.
Yeah, conscious, and you tried to like basically make more money. You didn't want to have to put in the work to get regulated and all that stuff. So Kelly now works as a delivery driver. He says it's hard to get a full-time job as he has a felony. And like, I still kind of felt bad for him because I was like, oh gosh, the fall from grace and stuff. Like, it is kind of like, it's bad. Like,
peak.
Yeah. And then they have this bit which is kind of like pointless. So, like, apparently Herb was seen in Mumbai. So now we're in Mumbai trying to see if anyone has seen him. And then they're like, oh yeah, he was there the day before they got there. Conveniently, he's not there now. It's a waste of time, basically.
A waste of everybody's time.
They reach out to Herb. They don't get a response, of course. They've distorted his voice this whole time. I don't know what he was even going to say to us, to be honest, that Kelly didn't say. So,
and if Kelly took the rap, I don't know why he's in hiding. It just lets me know he's doing more dodgy stuff, because Kelly basically took the rap. So
unless they're still after him, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the documentary was like, it was very ITV. It was fine. Like, it was fine. Like, if you want to watch it. But it was just yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's time for
the real crime, I think, was the beard.
Our segment where we focus on something during the documentary that may not be criminal, but we definitely consider to be a crime. Have you got one?
Yeah. It was that guy, the guy that I've forgotten his name, but the one that was dancing with the skeleton. The one that told us what was in the pill.
Oh, Seven Song.
Okay, Schlong. So it was when Schlong took a broom and he was like, this is the thing. If you stick this in your dick, nothing is going to happen. You're going to feel pain. And I was like, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, but also like, okay, that's golden spear grasp, but that's not how you would take it. You would take it, you wouldn't stick it up your penis to make it hard.
He is a weirdo. I would not knock on his door if I was dying of thirst. He gives me the creeps.
The real crime, I think, was Herbivore as a name. Like, can we be serious? And I kind of wanted him in the documentary to explain it, yeah. And just to see, like, is this still what you're going by? Have you come to your senses? Are you still spamming? You know? So, you know, I had questions. But yeah, that was just very ridiculous.
He's the kind of guy that would try to get you in a Ponzi scheme selling Herbalife.
Yes. Boom, boom.
Or Avon. Someone said that we just don't want to admit as a generation that our mums were involved in pyramid schemes.
Yeah,
Avon. The amount of aunties I knew that used to go about selling Avon. When I was in primary school, everyone's mum was selling Avon.
Yeah, it's true. What happened to Avon? Is it still about?
It's still about, yeah.
Are they still selling like that, or have they changed their?
Probably not.
Boy. But yeah, man. Next week we're doing the credits, and it's a Channel 4 documentary. After we've chatted shit about Channel 4, it's called Miriam, Death of a Reality Star. It is 3 episodes. I think it's definitely worth watching because visuals will be important, so you have an idea of what we're talking about when we talk about what people look like. But you know, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to watch it. We're going to do a great job covering it. I will, if there's a trailer, I will find it and leave it at the end so you get an idea of what it's about, because I think it will bring up a lot of different themes and things.
Indeed.
Indubitably. But yeah, in the meantime, between time, you can find us everywhere. 2 Girls 1 Doc on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. On TikTok, it's 2 Girls 1 Doc podcast. And you can email us 2girls1doc@gmail.com. People have tagged us in a couple of documentaries and things they want us to cover. Do that, because we will do them.
Yeah.
Someone also left us a comment, shout out you, about doing a documentary for Jonestown, but like when I typed it in, there was just bare different ones. It was a bit like so if you can just let me know which one you want us to cover, and then we can just like have a look and see if it makes sense to do. Yeah, you can find us individually. Where can they find you, my dear?
Forens the Foodie with content on TikTok.
Well, the @ is Forens the Foodie, so that is the @ that you're searching for.
Okay. That is what you're searching, but there is now content and new content on TikTok and Instagram.
And I am on TikTok, bd.mp4, and also on Instagram, bd.on_eyewear, and then I have a blog, bd.on_eyewear.com.
Perfecto.
So you can find us where you want to find us. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with someone you love, share with someone you hate. If you've ghosted someone and you want to get back into their good graces, share. But yeah, that is it. Anything left to say, beloveds?
No.
You do a lot of head nodding and head thing, and you know they can't see
Sorry,
you.
that's why I said no.
All right, girl.
Bye.
And guy, whoever's listening. Bye.